stuff, and so it's kind of a trial and error.
Okay.
But whenever y'all ready.
Well, it's 5:31, so we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order.
Okay.
We have a flag to come.
We have a
Can we
flag.
do a roll call?
This says pledges first.
It says pledge first.
See? Training in progress.
Training in progress. All right. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now you can call roll.
Ms. McWilliams,
Here.
Ms. Cranberry, Mr. Patton. Yep. Mr. Smith,
Here.
Ms. Knowles,
Here.
Ms. Pepe.
Yes. Okay. Approval or correction of minutes from prior meetings. We were sent those, and you should have a copy in front of you. Is there anything that needs to be corrected? If not, I will entertain a motion to accept.
I'll make a motion to accept them, and I'd like to give a shout out to Miss Patty. Thank you for always taking care of this and doing such a good job. That's it.
Okay. All in favor?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see, completion and review of unfinished business from prior meeting. The first one is Boys and Girls Club.
The Boys and Girls Club have started their second half of their trial period with school starting back. They have quite a few more kids.
Do they?
So they're anywhere from 10 to 12 right now running in after school. So
Are they staying for any length of period of time?
yes, they're staying. Most of them are staying until like between 4 and 5:30. So
And how many boys and club people, girls and club people are present during this time?
let's see, there's one on site at all times when the kids are there, depending on how many are there. They have more than one, so sometimes there's 2 or 3.
So there's somebody working a check-in process?
Yes, they have a sign-in sheet and a sign-out sheet. Parents come in, check the kids in, check the kids out. They have a list of every day of like who's coming after school, and he will stand out in the grassy area when the middle schoolers walk over, and he will check them off as they come in.
Good.
Excuse me, Philip, I'm gonna have to get off for a second. I gotta fix a fuse, but I'm coming right back in, okay?
Okay. Miss Cranberry's here too.
I'm gonna let the record show Ms. Cranberry.
But they seem to be growing daily.
Good. It might take a little time for the routine to develop because it hasn't been that way.
No, and just getting used to the kids like being there at the center instead of at the elementary school at the level 4 or well with the middle school and the high school not having a place to go.
Now, are they hanging out in the West Hall side playing basketball? Got pickleball stuff if they ever want to play, stuff like that. Okay, good.
Yeah, we have switched sides with our cheer practice to the other side, and they have just completely taken.
The West Hall.
They have to,
Okay.
that way they have stations to where the kids can do homework.
Mm-hmm.
They can get tutoring
Yeah.
if they need it. They also have to where they can sit and play games and table tennis and all of that things like that.
Good. I know that in the beginning there was speculation about needing the whole space, but it's just really, it take a long. I think it might take quite a while to grow it to those kind of numbers.
I do too, but having when I talked to Christian, the overseer of Mount Pleasant, he said that when the kids come in from school, if they have stations set up to where that if this kid needs homework or tutoring or that the other kids don't need, that they can get that in that in those spaces.
Yeah.
So,
Has there been anything that hasn't been positive?
ma'am,
Has there been anything that hasn't been positive? Like,
the only thing is storage. They have taken over our rental closet where we keep our tables and chairs for rentals. Those have just kind of been set aside to the wall, pushed out of the way. So
And we knew this was going to be the issue.
Yeah.
That was one thing we knew was going to be
Yeah.
the issue.
just having a place for them to store their furniture and their games and some of they have
Did
two
you say thank you?
TVs, like some little tables and chairs, that are not part of the community center itself.
So for like weekends when it's rented out, they need a place to keep those things, and that was going to be an issue. You know, Britt and I had purchased a trailer, which I know it's a purchase, you know, and I don't know what kind of funding they have or what's available, but a trailer, enclosed trailer like that, like a race car trailer or something like that, those would be
That might be a good
something
idea to
that
recommend.
because I'm not going to suggest any kind of portable building because of the permanency of it. You know, even if it's a metal building like what we have behind the bank, you still have to have a truck come bring it in and out. If you had something on wheels that they can move at ease,
Yeah,
might be a great idea for them.
I'll definitely recommend that to Christian. And then that way we can kind of, cause
Because they could park the trailer there. You know, like when Britt and I parked our little trailer there. You know,
when rentals come in, a lot of times they utilize the tables and chairs that are in there. But some of the bigger parties, because they have to rent more, they don't use what we offer, they bring in their own, so.
having a place to keep our stuff separate was very important too, because that's exactly what will happen. They'll get intertwined or maybe we'll lose stuff.
Yes, for sure.
Not that we had the best tables and chairs right now.
No, we
Not that anybody wants
we definitely need
them.
updated.
Okay, Gardenia Park.
Everything, we've had some issues over there as far as, someone went into the bathrooms, threw trash everywhere, clogged up the toilets, the sinks, overturned some of the picnic tables up under the pavilion. So we are now looking at hopefully putting some cameras out there and at a couple of the other parks to try to deter some of that, or at least capture it when it does happen. The guys went out there, they cleaned everything up. Nothing was broken.
That's good.
It was just,
Kids,
yeah.
No, this was not kids.
was it not?
The kids would not have, this was not kids.
That's sad.
So I'm gonna add to that, if you don't mind. So we're going to apply for the Legacy Parker's property safety grant. It's on the agenda for tomorrow night, and it's a match, and we're looking at putting not just Gardenia, but all our parks. Right now, the plan, after that happened, we lock it every night, and then it's unlocked every morning. Hopefully, we can go away from that with the cameras, because obviously, if we can catch them, we'll prosecute them. So that's a plan moving forward. As far as the projects, I think we'll complete a few things here and there. We are looking at the Blue Cross Blue Shield grant,
Yes.
applying for that park like we did in the past. So no, we're working on that. Any objections to any of those?
No.
As far as,
I'm really disappointed that.
Now, me and Victoria talked about it, and I thank you, because I gave her what I had, and she told me what she had. And I had just went to that grant in service of Columbia State, which also gave a lot of good ideas that we discussed.
and that's one thing too, say a lot for Victoria. She's doing that on the side. She's pretty slammed in her role at the utilities, but
Yes.
you guys know that we did budget for a Parks and Rec position halfway through the year. So we'll see how that turns out, but at least get that in and see where it goes.
We had an event, they had an event up there on Sunday, and Canaan AME Church wanted to thank you all for the shelter, because they forgot to reserve it at William Springs like they normally did, and on Saturday, they didn't have anything, so I told them they could go on up there, and I had went up there to unlock the bathroom, but the guy came behind me and cleaned them and locked them back. So I think somebody sent it back up there to unlock it for them. So I appreciate it, because I've been going up there at night to make sure that it's locked and trying to open it by 6 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, so currently what we have, the police department going by and locking it at night, and then one of our employees operates the switchback every morning, cuts it on and does that, and he's been unlocking it. So.
Yeah, he's been cleaning the bathroom. He's been real good.
Yeah, I've seen him plenty. He's working hard. He stays busy.
Yeah.
Lucky to have him.
But the church had a nice time up there. And they had a pretty good crowd up there too.
Good.
So
Good.
yeah.
I'm glad to see it's been
Yeah.
taken advantage
Yeah.
of. Good.
yes.
Okay, back to school bash.
That just kind of fell through the cracks. getting out letters for donations just kind of fell to the wayside at last minute. And then the funding, we just didn't have for what we were talking about doing. So
But we have time now
And
to
on
better.
top of that, it was voting
Mhm.
at the center, so it was very busy over there that night.
So I think going towards next year, instead of being a part of anybody else's organization or anything prior to school and enough time, we'll host some kind of event.
Yeah.
Not unlike what the water department did at the splash pad,
Yes.
because that was a great little event for that day.
Yeah,
And if
and I would definitely like to do something like that over there with the splash
you're
pad.
just on your way out of there, so not during the back to school bash where you're coming and going, I think that would, because you, one of the people who participated at the Water Day event had brought some literature. And I've worked a lot of events and they have not. And it's like, this is not the right kind of event for literature, because even though you could give it to somebody, it's going to be right where they were sitting when they leave, okay?
Yeah.
And its chances of getting wet, it's just going to get thrown away. But it was a great event. And I think if we would have had a exit strategy for when it was over, as you leave, here's your opportunity to grab some school supplies and stuff. Thank you from the city of Mount Pleasant or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
we can
so
do something next year.
That decision was on me, and then talking with Shipper, just wasn't enough time to turn that around.
Yeah.
It just simply wasn't. I think it's a great idea, but it needs to be more of a planning tool from our end to present to you guys to make sure that we have enough time to do that.
Yeah, I think we'll have more time for next year, for
Yeah.
certain.
So next year, do we want to hand out school supplies? Is that what we want to do?
That's what we talked about.
The reason I'm asking is I have a way to get the supplies.
Oh.
Well, you know, if we
Okay.
start,
Hand out school supplies.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying, if we start notifying people early on in this
Yeah.
process, by the time May gets here next year, we'll be well supplied.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I can get our school supplies.
I think what we talked about doing, it's not doing the backpack.
No.
Just doing the supplies.
yes.
It better work out really good because
Yeah, but-
That was
most of the kids
definitely a
don't
big
use
thing
it.
about
Yeah.
the backpack, not doing the actual backpack.
Right, but just doing the supplies and the tote and watching them where they don't get them all, but make sure let them come.
Because
through
you'll be
there
able to
and
get
what they
people to give tote bags as a sponsorship, either from one of our local businesses, because
I know
Rotary, we ask for
need.
stuff
Mr.
like
Laurie had
that.
talked about
Somebody would be
donating tote
glad to help you
bags.
get some tote bags that are branded, Isn't that right, Laurie? Yeah,
You know it.
uh-huh.
We do it together.
We'll get some tote bags together, and then kids can buy and get the supplies they need, and then what's left over, we can always donate to the
To the
schools.
schools, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, because they do have backpacks that they give away at the elementary school, but it's the middle school and high school that we probably need to
and
focus
Ms.
more
Grooms had a
towards.
great point last time, because those backpacks that we give out to the middle school and high school end up in the garbage. Don't nobody want them, So instead of wasting any money on the backpack part of it, just get the supplies.
And maybe if we
You see
can,
Mr. Phillip over there?
Well, I'm
So
thinking
you're going
middle
home.
school and high school, if you got basic supplies such as pencils, pens, notebook paper, and folders.
Yeah,
go-
composition book.
Those are
more
basic
more
supplies
oriented
for any
towards the older
class.
kids instead of
Yeah,
That's right.
all the kids.
Don't worry about glue.
All the kids, definitely the folders and the composition books.
Yes.
Because that's what I had to go out and buy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ain't worry about the glue and the erasers, all that stuff.
How many kids are we thinking of planning for? That's
There's
my
400
question.
kids at the middle school.
So
Well,
I
there's-
think we're talking about next fall as school starts, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we got plenty of time to plan. I think it should be in conjunction with the school system. Should we be doing that? Is there enough there to go around, or you see where I'm going with that? So I think we spend the next few months, there's just one thing on our list that we plan and try to make it the best we can.
Well, the reason I'm asking is I have somebody right now that said, if you'll let me know, I'll do it. So I want to go ahead
For
and get,
now or next
for
year?
next year. I want to go ahead and snag them, because if
And
we
we'll-
don't take advantage, other schools will.
right.
So if I can tell them about how many kids.
If we're talking the
and
middle school and the high school and the
And they
it's
all
400
won't
at the
show.
middle school.
So if we
and
plan for
And then like
about
300 at the high
500
school.
total,
Yeah.
we
I
should
thought it
be
was like three.
okay to
It's
cover.
right up for 390
I would
something
think.
at the high school.
We hand out
Yeah.
500, we run out, we run out.
We're talking at least 800, Miss Llewellyn, between the high school and the middle
Yeah,
school.
but they all won't show up. I'm trying to, yeah, but I think if we plan for 500.
500, yes.
We'll have a lot of extra.
That's okay.
Yeah, and like I said, there's plenty of a space for it. You just might have hand it out at the event. At the event, you're going to get about 100 people, maybe.
And then we can hand the rest to the schools and say, give this to kids that need it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what I do at my school. I have I have a table actually right where you come in the door where if you need pencils or paper or whatever for that day, it's sitting out there. So we could give it to the schools and let them go with that.
Got this a
I'm
long
good
time
with
ago
that.
when I was in school, but I promise you, if I'd have gotten a backpack full of supplies, I'd have still left it at home and showed up at school with not a pencil nor a paper.
But if it's at the school, you gotta use it.
Backpacks that they do the food in, the food giveaway, those get,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
my dad brings home stuff off his bus.
Right.
Yeah.
because
I'll
the
go
kids
ahead and
forget.
secure
They'll leave
the
them.
ones that I have now because they were asking me, I don't need anything at my school, but we could use it for this. I'll go ahead and
Yes.
secure them
That
for
would be
next
great.
fall. And if they want to go ahead and send us pencils and stuff, I'll just store it like we do Easter stuff
Yeah.
until we need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Bradford,
The
just for the
seniors
record,
not
you
in
can't
there,
leave them at
having
home
their
because
closets
them
maybe
bringing
full.
them composition books every day, they get a grade on them.
Yeah, no.
I told Alex he walk out there one day without them. He wasn't playing football.
What's the, I didn't play football.
if I had to, I'd store them in my basement till next
Yeah.
fall. Well,
I have a spare bedroom.
Okay, don't you
When they
get
gave
no
me the
candy
paper
for
and
it.
the pencil, all I did was draw on
okay,
it.
special reports from other city
Wow.
departments.
So we got two things. I talked about briefly, you'll see on the screen behind you that's our new agenda software. We are learning it and then we're going to that. So just know that this is more of a training session for us and you guys. And it's going to be the same agenda, same formats for all board members in board settings. So
Okay.
just know you'll be seeing that on every meeting. And the next thing, and I didn't know where else to put this, so I do have a name to present to you guys to take Ms. Grooms's position. So if you guys would agree to it or not, I will submit it to the commission tomorrow night for approval. But her name is Anna Arnold. She is a math teacher at Mount Pleasant High School. She coaches tennis and golf. Well, I don't know her. But she lives at 111 Hours Drive here in the city,
She would be a good one.
and she has 4 school-aged children.
Yeah.
And,
And she comes to all of our events.
Yeah.
I think she would be
Yeah.
a great one.
It's not needed, and I've mentioned it to several people. Nobody's, showed any interest, and if she's interested, is the thing. If she interested, I think that's half the battle, guys. Having somebody that actually begging someone to be a part of this, and having someone who wants to be a part of this.
Tearing that jar.
So yes, I say Miss Arnold would be a good one. I agree with that. So
yeah.
Okay.
Make a motion.
yeah, I'll make a motion that we let Philip present Miss Arnold to the commission tomorrow as a replacement for Miss Grimspot on the Parks and Recreation Board.
I second it.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Good. I'll have it on the agenda tomorrow night.
Thank you very much. Did Missy help work that out?
And that's what took so long to wait on her.
Well, I'm,
She can see this recording, right? You're in trouble.
I'm always in trouble.
That's all right. Okay.
say thank you.
New business, August event.
Right now, there's not anything planned for August. We can throw a movie together. The first available weekend I have is Labor Day weekend.
Think you're wasting your time.
And I think that's the last hoorah for everybody to have a little long weekend getaway. So
I don't think
we
you'll
just-
have
I
many
think we
come
just wait
Labor
for
Day weekend.
September.
I
We
think
had
that's probably a
back-
good
we
idea.
had back to school, so we're,
Yeah.
technically
Yeah.
would count as our event for August. So,
Yeah, I say September would probably be better. It might be getting a little cooler out,
yeah.
getting darker a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
That's another thing, showing a movie, it takes so long to be able to get it started
Yeah.
because it's not getting dark soon enough. But if it get dark a little earlier and later in September, then maybe we can, have a better turnout.
Yes.
Our last turnout was great. I'm not saying it wasn't,
Right.
but it just takes so long to get it started.
know.
You couldn't see it until almost 8 o'clock,
Almost 8:30.
8:30.
Yeah.
All right, bathrooms at Arrow Mines.
It has been mentioned that.
So I'll take that one.
Okay.
So what I've done is I've gotten Barge, our wastewater engineers, to design the sewer part of the hookup. But in that, when I went back and looked at when we did Howard Field and Gardenia Park, we basically just pulled a plan off the internet, which is probably fine, but I want to stick to standards and construction drawings. So Barge, I've asked them to design that as well.
Stop
So
turning
when we
that.
bid it out, there's actually a plan that we
Okay.
can go by. Because I went back and reviewed some of the minutes from one of the parks, and we had to do some change orders and
We
things.
did.
And that's just, I don't want to do things like that. It may cost us a little bit more, but I think it'll be designed properly and built properly and bid out properly. And not saying we didn't do it last time, I just remember there was a lot of headache with it.
Well, it's the one at Howard Field that had some issues with the sidewalk and some other
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
So hopefully, and I had the goal of 2024 having this thing usable, and I hope that's still there. But hopefully next month I have a proposal for you guys to send to the commission of the design,
Okay.
and then once they do, and it shouldn't be a huge time turnaround on design. Once we do that and they approve it, we can bid it out.
Okay.
From there.
Similar size bathroom to what's at the other parks, so just a single stall.
So what I did is I copied and pasted the plan that was in our records.
Uh-huh.
It was just a drawing, and then it had a few dimensions, and I sent that to them just to take comparable with what
Okay.
we already have. Looking at location, if you're looking like from an aerial view, you have the shelter to the right of it, ADA sidewalk, and whatever areas where they can hit the grade on the sewer, because the sewer runs up the property.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the best for us to go through full design on that, even though it's a small bathroom, but it'll be designed properly, fit out
Get back to you when
properly,
you get.
and constructed.
I
Properly.
couldn't agree more.
Definitely needed out there at that park.
Yes, it is. That's a heavily used park.
Yeah.
So hopefully next month I'll have, something for you guys to recommend.
Okay. Thank you, Philip.
Craft event.
We had talked about this at the last meeting. It's set for sometime in September. And that they're hoping to grow more than what they were this last time, so.
Okay. There's nothing we have to do on that though, right?
Sure.
There's nothing we have to do.
No, there's nothing that
Okay.
we have to do.
It's still, I still hear a lot of positive things about it though, Alicia. I mean, I've talked to a lot of different peoples and that seems to be a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hope we can continue to have the kind of turnouts that we've been having. Because it seems like it brings a lot of people around. And a lot of those people will stop by McDonald's and other places, so it generates some revenue in our town, so I think it's good. It's not everybody's from Mount Pleasant. I see a lot of people from Columbia and other places coming to check it out.
There were several vendors from all around the area.
Yeah. We're bringing other people in to patron these other vendors too, so.
A lot of the vendors that got cut off at the third Thursday,
Uh-huh.
they
Just
all
jump
were
right in
showing
it.
up, and then they're, like she said, she's got people calling her saying, hey, we want to sit up. So,
Yeah, it's great. It's a good location and it's got a lot of good parking right there. It's probably the best scenario that could have happened for all of
room
them.
to grow too. So
Yeah.
if it gets any bigger than it was, we'll have to spread out to the other side.
Well, if it's
Positive.
pretty, you can use the front sidewalk.
Yeah. If it's pretty. it's
In good
pretty.
weather, yeah.
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 All right, splash pad shut down.
Splash pad shutdown is set for Labor Day weekend. The last couple of years, they have extended it as long as the weather was permitting and the leaves didn't take over the splash pad. So I think last year we shut it down at the end of September, going into October. So
It's open a couple weeks after September, if I
yeah,
remember
if,
right.
if weather permitting and the leaves don't take over the pad where we can't keep it clean and keep it out of the
Filter.
filters and things, then
Okay.
we'll keep it up and running.
There's also
Because
another,
it is being used.
Yes, it is.
there's also another caveat to that too. We're watching our spring and water lines. We need some rain. So
Yeah.
we may go into
For sure.
our drought management phase 1, which is not shutting anything down, just awareness.
Uh-huh.
So that may play a part in it too.
Yeah.
So just keep that in
Well,
mind.
And if that's the case,
definitely
we
need
will
rain.
shut it down.
But we have, there's rain in the forecast, so hopefully it's
So like I
drier.
said, it is set to shut down at Labor Day weekend.
There's rain in the forecast because Victoria and I are going to go somewhere this weekend. So it's definitely going to rain.
It rained at my house this morning.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little baby rain.
Hey, we'll take all we get.
That was one of the questions that was asked when, in the planning of the All Alumni Picnic that's gonna take place on the 14th of September. They did ask if the splash pad would still be open so that people who have kids could possibly go there.
What day is that?
September 14th.
Oh, yeah, it'll be open
September
now.
14th.
It will be.
Smith Knowles, I think we can accommodate that as long as we're not in our drought management plan or something like that, but I think that's a reasonable request.
All right, thank
Would you
you.
guys?
We
I
could
think-
be, I mean, unless it gets dry and those leaves fall early.
Yeah.
That might be the only thing that would stop it, would be if the leaves
But,
dry
you
and
know,
fall
if
early.
it's a
Stop
specific
that.
event like that, we can always open it just from there, or leave it just like we do when we open it for the schools.
Yeah.
We can open it for just that day for that event, and it's not be a big deal.
All right, you got, the next one on here says September event.
September, I was thinking let's have us a good little movie session somewhere.
I agree. Might be a good time to do it at Gardenia Park.
Yeah,
So we got bathrooms, pavilion, electricity, water, everything we need. And I know when we did the little park, the first time we did the park over at Clark Mini Park, the first couple, when Peyton and I did one, it was good there. But there's just no facilities. It's
Yeah.
dark. You got to get a temporary power pole. Not that you shouldn't do it occasionally, but I think Gardenia's a great location.
yeah, we could definitely have one, schedule one for out there. I think that'd be a good idea.
Okay,
And everything we
I
need.
know that in Lawrenceburg, they are scheduled to show, they have a movie night, and they're going to show, I think it's Inside Out.
Inside Out.
I think that's what it is. They're gonna do it, in September. So, it's gonna be downtown, so I thought that may be a good movie.
Well, that's kind of like when we showed the Minions because the new Minion was coming out. So we showed the old Minions movie that night.
Yeah.
That was, we couldn't get a hold of the new Minions movie, but we could definitely show the old one before you. And when we went to see, Deadpool and Wolverine, we watched the old ones before we went.
all right, so be looking us up a movie. All right, Haunted Trails.
Our biggest event, I guess you could say. I have our letter printed up, ready to go. We sent out for vendors to sign up
We're already excited about it.
for their spots. Have you already picked out your costume?
Oh, we've already got our code. We're good. We're ready.
They get there at
Hopefully this
the
year,
end
I
of the
think
year.
last year we had what, 20, 24, 25
That's
vendors, businesses, set up around the trail. So I'm hoping that maybe we
We'll
can
put
get
me
some
right back in
more.
my spot over there.
I would like to do the chili cook-off again this year.
Yeah, that was good too.
That was a pretty good, I thought it was a hit last time.
What day are we gonna do this?
Then,
The date is before, the Halloween fall. It'll be the weekend before Halloween, won't it?
yeah, the 26th.
Halloween.
From 4 to
I'm
6.
out
Setup will start at 2 o'clock.
because you're faking.
Halloween's on the next Thursday,
Yeah.
31st.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm ready.
Yeah. I think it'll be great. I still have leftover cups and spoons
Mhm.
for the
Chili.
taste testing, and hopefully we can get more people to sign up for the actual chili part.
Yeah, and I think we'll have enough. Starting it a little earlier this year might give more people an opportunity, to
Yeah.
get involved in the chili
Well, I
part.
had several of the people that showed up to give out candy.
Mhm.
Say, oh, next year we want to be a
Yeah.
part of the chili.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
So
It's gonna be good.
yeah.
It's gonna be good.
So I think we'll have another good turnout with this. Volunteers are always needed, so if y'all can
I'll be there.
come help give out candy, help with the chili.
I'll help you.
If you have any recommendations on a taste testers,
Well, I'm not a good taste tester for chili.
We'll
But
need some judges this year. We'll reach out to the ones from last year, that'll be good. But
now I'd be good. Be a taste tester for some barbecue, Lloyd. Yeah.
When does it start?
She wants to know what time it starts.
it will start at 4 o'clock,
Setups at 2. Events from 4 to 6.
4 to 6.
Okay, general comment. We ain't got no citizens here tonight, so.
Man, will you have anything you'd like to add?
Like
The candy was good.
she's going home with Philip, yes.
All right, anything else, board or staff comment?
No, ma'am.
If not, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
All right, then we're all out of here.